Okay, as promised, here's my top bar hive. This is the lid. Just sits on the legs, just like that. I recycled a swimming pool liner that I've had for years now from an above ground swimming pool I got rid of probably about 6 years ago. I saved pieces of the liner that were still in decent shape to use as tarps to cover the lawnmower, stuff like that. I figured since it's waterproof and it's a light color so it won't absorb heat, it would be decent for putting over the roof to allow rainwater to come off and help waterproof the hive. Now, I'm going to take the top bar off, or the lid off. It exposes the hive. Now, I built this off some directions from the Barefoot Beekeeper that said put the holes, the entrance holes on the side. They're down here. I don't know if they're in the frame or not, but they're 3 1-inch holes according to his directions. Now, I did more research, and the more research I did, the more I learned. I found out that the bees like to build their hive beginning from the entrance, so they like to have their brood near the entrance for the queen, and then towards the back of the hive is where they build the honey stores at. So I plugged the 3 holes that were in the side. I came down to the end. I drilled 3 5/8 of an inch holes in the end. So that will be their entrance where they can come in. The first 10 bars will be their brood. Supposedly they need 10 bars. I'm not sure. Still researching. Then from there back can be their honey stores. Now, when I get the bee package next week, I'm going to put them in, and I forgot to bring it out. I made a feeder that is going to fit in this 6-bar area here. Now, since I had made 2 of the follower boards to be able to restrict the size of the hive, and I don't need 2 anymore, I only need 1. Since the bees will be working from one entrance, I can put a follower board where I need to put it to restrict the size. I'm going to I decided to make a feeder that would fit down inside. I took the other follower board I'd made, I drilled 2 holes in it. That way the workers should be able to get through to get to the food, come back out, feed the queen, but so it will keep the queen from coming into the area where the feeder is, and from them starting to build the brood in the feeder area, so that after a couple of weeks of having them in the hive here local, and there's plenty of flowers around, I might not even really need to feed them, other than the fact that they'll have just gotten here. They're going to be a while in shipping from what I understand, so they're liable to be hungry when they get here. So if I have a food source in the hive already for them, they should help to make them happier and get them to settle in quicker. So, but anyway, that's pretty much the hive. Every bar I took, I don't know if you can see it or not, the color difference, but I took every single bar and I painted some melted beeswax along the edge. I read a lot of directions that said just rub some on, and I read a couple that suggested melting the beeswax and painting it on so that it could actually get absorbed into the wood pores a little bit, have better adhesion, as a guide for the new bees to build their comb off of. So we'll see how it works out. But that's the hive.